Hello folks, my name is Josh Taylor and I'd like to welcome you to the 12th Annual Telling Tales Festival and our first ever virtual gathering. Whether you are a veteran fan who has been to the festival or whether this is your very first time joining us, we are so happy to see how stories connect us, no matter how far apart we live. Speaking of where we live, the Telling Tales Festival happens in a place where people have lived and told stories for thousands of years. It is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, the Huron-Wendat, and the Neutral peoples. Today, it is home to the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Six Nations of the Grand River, and to many other Indigenous people from across Turtle Island. We recognize our responsibility to learn about their rich history so that we can better understand our roles as caretakers, neighbors, and friends. With a good heart and mind, we honor the sacred Indigenous tradition of storytelling by presenting our program today. Miigwech, Nyawe, and thank you. Hi everyone, today we are going to learn about how to be a professional illustrator with our friends Paul, Ruth, and Charlene in an episode we call Let's Draw. We are so excited to draw with these amazing illustrators and can't wait to see what you create after watching them. You can win one of their books by sending your drawing to our Let's Draw contest. Just go to the contest page on the Telling Tales website before December 15th to be eligible to win. Our friend Charlene is going to show us how she figured out to draw all the animals in her latest book. Charlene Chua loves to draw. When she was growing up in Singapore, she drew pictures all the time. She designed the artwork for Telling Tales this year, illustrated Going Up, and has written and illustrated her first book called Hug. Charlene lives in Hamilton.
Hello, I'm Charlene Chua, and I'm the author-illustrator of Hug. And today, I want to show you how to draw the cat from Hug.
Thanks, Charlene. Remember to upload your drawings to the contest page on the Telling Tales website. Mr. Ben is here with a song to inspire our winter drawings.
Hi, I'm Mr. Ben, and I'm going to sing you a song about all the things that we can do in and on the water through the seasons. Ready? Here's how it goes. Let's go skating on a winter's day. Slide riding, laughing on the way. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on a wintry day. And after winter, of course, comes spring. Let's go splashing on a springy day, barefoot playing in the rain. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on a springy day. Oh, let's go splashing on a springy day, barefoot playing in the rain. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on a springy day. And then summer, ready? Let's go swimming on a summer's day, diving and playing in the waves. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on a summery day. Oh, let's go swimming on a summer's day, diving, splashing in the waves. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on a summery day. And of course, after summer, you get the fall. It's fun to boat in the fall. Let's go boating on an autumn day, canoeing right around a lake. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on an autumny day. Oh, let's go boating on an autumn day, canoeing right around the lake. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on an autumny day. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on an autumny day. These are some of my favorite ways to spend time on an autumny day. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the winter.
Thank you, Mr. Ben. Up next, we have Paul, who is going to give some tips on how to draw some fantastic and fun characters. Paul Cavello creates some beautiful books that feature warm and friendly drawings that help us learn more about the world around us.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Covello, and I'm an author and illustrator of picture books. Today I'm going to be drawing one of my favorite animals, a polar bear. Just like the one from my book, I'm a polar bear. So if you want to draw along with me, all you need is something to draw on. I'm using this big blank piece of paper, and you also need something to draw with. And I'm going to be using crayons. You can use markers, you can use pencil crayons, anything that you have that you can use to draw with. So when I first start drawing something, I like to start sort of in the middle of the face. And right in the middle of the face is the nose. So I usually like to start there. And polar bears have, of course polar bears are all white, but they have big black noses. So I have a black crayon right here. And I'm going to draw kind of a rounded triangle shape. And there's the polar bear's nose. And I'm going to draw two circles, and those are the polar bear's eyes. Next, after the eyes and nose, we're going to need a mouth. So now that I have the polar bear's face drawn, I'm going to start working on the head. And I'm going to use a blue marker because polar bears have white fur, and I'm drawing on a white piece of paper, so I think blue is a better color to use right now. And polar bears have kind of small ears, because in the Arctic where they live it's very cold, and the ears have to be close and tight to their body. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the polar bear's body. And for the body, I'm going to lightly sketch kind of a shape that looks a little bit like a jelly bean. Polar bears walk a lot. They walk really far distances in really cold temperatures. So their paws are really, really big. And my polar bear is going to be walking forward. As you can see, his paws coming forward. You can start to see he's walking. And now I'm going to draw one of the polar bear's back paws. And he'll have one more paw behind his body back there. And there we go, the polar bear's starting to look really good. So I just want to give my polar bear a little bit more detail. So I'm going to give him kind of a curly tuft of hair at the top. And I'm going to draw some shaggy fur lines around his ears, and his eyebrows, and his chin, and on top of his nose. And we'll also add some shaggy fur around his arms and his back paws. Since our polar bear just looks like he's kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, I'm gonna draw the background. And I'm also gonna draw the Arctic Ocean. And polar bears are very good swimmers, which is another reason why their paws are so big, they use them as paddles. and they can hold their breath underwater. And I'll draw an iceberg back here, and I'll do another one back here. Now I'm going to take a yellow crayon and draw a little bit of the sun coming up. And then I'll take some orange. And lastly, I'm going to take some pink, just to show that the sun is making the sky change colors. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some snowflakes in the sky. And you can give them some more detail if you like. And you can make them all look different, because snowflakes usually look all different. And there we have our polar bear.
Thanks, Paul. Let's say hi to Ruth, who is here to show us how to draw fox and squirrel, and maybe something else. Ruth Ohi has illustrated more than 60 books, many of which she has also written. She has won many awards for creating warm-hearted pictures that tell great stories. Fun fact, her favorite summer job was when she worked as a camp counselor.
Hi, my name is Ruth Ohi, and I'm a Canadian author-illustrator, and I'd like to show you today a bit about how I draw. When you see illustrations in picture books, like Fox and Squirrel the Best Christmas Ever, you're really only seeing the end result of lots of scribbles and sketching that happen behind the scenes. These rough sketches help me plan out what I want to paint for the final artwork. This rough sketch stage, the planning of what I'm going to paint, is one of my favorite parts in making a picture book. Many of my rough sketches for illustrations begin from basic shapes. This is a sketch from my picture book, No Help Wanted. People are blocked in as circles and squares, and there's not a lot of detail. But as you can see from the final painting, those basic shapes really began it all. Stick figures are super useful for sketching out an idea quickly. Details like patterns for people's clothing are often not worked out until I do the final paintings. My book Scribble is all about shapes. In fact, the shapes are the characters. This book is about how shapes who look so different from each other learn how to use their differences to make great new things. What can a circle, square, and triangle become if they work together? How many of you are into sports like running or soccer? If you are, then you know how useful warm-ups are. And I actually love to do warm-ups before I draw, and I call them imagination warm-ups. Let's start with some scribbles. Have a friend make a scribble for you, or just doodle your own. What can you turn a scribble into? Can a scribble be snowy and cold? Or maybe fluffy and warm? What about shapes, like a circle, a square, a triangle? Can a circle squeak? Can a square stare? Can a triangle keep someone's head cozy and warm? What about if a few shapes got together? What else can we make from shapes? Okay, I hope your imaginations are all warmed up. What can you create today? Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Hello, I'm back. I decided to get in on the drawing game with y'all. See, I've got fox and squirrel over here, a little snow person, a little snow. Anyways, so maybe you can draw your own fox and squirrel story and submit it to today's drawing contest. We hope today has given you ideas about how you might become a famous illustrator like Ruth, Charlene, or Paul. Try out what you have learned and then upload your final drawing to the contest page on the Telling Tales website to win books and all kinds of awesome swag. Thank you for hanging out with us today and keep practicing your drawing. Thanks for joining us, and remember to visit our website for more events and to upload your artwork, your writing, your videos, and your ideas to the Telling Tales Creativity Club. Telling Tales is all about the joy of discovering how stories connect us. Tell us what you thought of this episode by filling out the survey on the Telling Tales website, and you could win a book from one of today's authors. See you again.